talking about. He's
Watch what he
he's
does.
probably on 20 grand a month, I reckon.
Wow. That's mega.
Yeah, it's good for
Well,
a YouTube
he's
channel.
got a million, hasn't he? He'll be getting the gold, the silver $1 million. He'll be getting the silver platinum from YouTube saying his channel name and stuff.
Oh, wow. I thought it was silver was 500,000 and $1 million was gold.
Maybe, but it's kind of the stakes have changed now, haven't it? You know,
Probably.
what used to be $1 million is now like $1 million of a Dr. Evil. It's completely different these days. I think 10 million might now be a goal.
Shit, the bed.
For some reason.
But okay, my point was have a look at some of his videos to see how he advertises Patreon stuff, and maybe it's interesting what you can do if you brand your channel.
Yeah.
But he vlogs a lot more. He does a lot more stuff. But it's funny.
Not sure why it's not picking up Kerbal.
There's 796 subscribers. It's nothing compared to yours. Just what, over 5,000? He's 6,000 yet. You enjoyed.
Clegg has just signed on the Rugby League.
He always starts late. More technically.
I have to
Alright, I gotta
relaunch Kerbal there because that didn't work.
Right, I've got to make a thumbnail for this video. And I'm going to put a picture of a quad, and I'm going to put a bomb next to it, and I'm going to put, you're never going to guess what happened next, and then see if that will clickbait me 1 million views.
No, okay. The key to clickbait, you need a good clickbait title, such as, you won't believe how much money this person made in 1 month.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
You won't believe this new diet pill taking the country by storm.
Paid to be a racist. How about that? That would definitely get clickbait.
Wow, that's something.
I'm not sure I condone
How
that.
about the Nazis are still alive?
How's about, no, just say Joshua Bardwell.
This is all on stream, by the way, guys.
Oh, good. Even better. What were you saying about marketing your channel, Jake?
Well,
For some
he doesn't
reason-
know what to do. We're on his.
Just thinking of the ultimate clickbait image. What it would be.
You see, my most popular video, I am thinking about taking out of 4:3 aspect ratio and modernizing it. And even modernizing it, maybe that's the first little project of the GoPro. In that, I use the slow-mo and remake my copy. There was someone took the video and re-uploaded it again under a different thing. It's like shit. It was stealing all my views.
No way. That's super
Right.
rude.
The stream.
No,
I thought
no,
I thought
complete exact copy.
YouTube is supposed to be able to stop that, like, or spot it with their algorithm of the audio and everything, and flag it.
This was a few years ago, not many. A few years ago.
Dying
But
already.
you can flag it up. I contacted them and said, look, do you mind taking it down? Otherwise, I'll I have to choose YouTube. And then no response. I sent them another message saying, look, I'm going to contact YouTube if you don't. Still there. So automatically there's an option, flag this as copyright or whatever.
Yeah.
Then it starts producing legalese. You're about to find the contract. Like, shit, the bed. I only want to take a video down. But, yeah. It's all automated. I didn't have to speak to anyone. And it did eventually go.
I'm going to go with RunCam 3, 1 month later.
No, RunCam 3 still survived? Question.
That's so clickbaity.
What
I
on
know,
earth
but-
is
Myself
that?
if I did that.
But has it still survived? You know what? That is not a bad title that gets you kind of around clickbait. It's palatable.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Okay, RunCam 3 is a little like GoPro with copy of a small GoPro.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a bit more clunkier. The software's not as good. It doesn't. Well, blah blah blah. Lenses, everything. It's a bit more budget, but it still gives you good results. So
Fair enough.
it's a bit more budget anyway. Will survived? You did the wrong. You know, it's crashed, hasn't it? You got picture of the tree. It's not clickbait if you think about it.
I've included that crash actually.
Therefore, did it survive? Question mark. My honest advice to get more views, or at least more, because people will be searching that and they'll see a thumbnail. Did it survive? Am I going to buy it? Oh,
I can't allow myself. I need a marketing department that I can just delegate this stuff to, and then I don't have to know about it and have a conscience.
you're not that big yet.
Yeah, at the minute, it's not going to be paid work. Any takers?
But it's little things like that that you got to brand it as. I'm probably better at branding your channel than my own. Oh, okay.
Can you brand mine, please, Jay? We have not very many followers.
How many subscribers you got?
I on YouTube, I have.
Are you live now?
I'm live now. I have like 5. That might be
Should
a
have flagged
lie.
up.
I don't even know how you know. How do you know?
Because I set you as a bell. You know, like the bell. So
Yeah.
it tells me when you're going live or when you're uploading a video.
Got it. Oh, it's not updating things properly as it should. I updated my stream title to Kerbal Time and the game to Kerbal, but I did it through
Do you put stop exclamation mark Kerbal Time?
Kerbal.
This is obviously paying homage to MC Hammer.
Apparently there is 1 viewer.
That's probably me now. There's 2 watching.
Oh. But for some reason my chat window is busted and I'm trying to fix that.
Switch to night mode. There we go.
Nope. Something is wrong. And I don't know what it is. Unless it's...
So I'm tasked with helping out EPR a little bit more, which is a godsend for me.
Are you?
Kinda, yeah. A little bit more. Obviously, the project's it's a big project and it gets broken up. So Simon's got a lot of tasks and he's going to need to delegate. I'm taking up some of the slack. I guess.
Got you.
Maybe like, depending on each week from week on week. But I guess that's the thing. Most of IT have mostly kept out of the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting time.
Something is up.
What's wrong?
I'm just trying to get the chat working. Wow, that's a bright screen. Quickly. And I'm not sure. What the hell's going on with it at the minute? So Kerbal's not getting a lot of love at the second. Oh, I know why. That should be better. Position. Order. There we go. That should work now. I don't know how big. Is that big enough?
Let me go full screen. 'Cause it's 720p stream, isn't it? I can't see this text.
Oh, not on Kerbal. Don't worry about the Kerbal text, because I mean I could make that a bit bigger, I suppose.
No, but it's fine. I actually see Kerbal, and this is the Kerbal thing. I can't
Can you see
Kerbal.
the broadcaster message that's come up? Just says hi at the minute. On my
Oh yeah, I can see the chat. Yeah, sorry. Oh,
Cool.
the chat. Yeah, if I that in mode. How's it
Alright.
going? So usually on a live stream, then you've got to tell a story. So what's your story?
What's the story? That is a good question that I don't know the answer to. Currently, okay, so we've just accepted some contracts to make money, but I've got plenty of that, so that's not really the reason I've accepted these contracts. But I've got to build an orbital station around Kerbin, which I have 5 years to do, and I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. Plant a flag on the moon, position some more satellites, and rescue some Kerbins. So I think I'm going to do the rescue Kerbins ones, because they're a bit more fun. So I'm going to go over to the tracking station, see where they are, and figure out what sort of spaceship I need.
Alright.
So currently, if I go to the light side of the Earth, that's the Earth, or Kerbin. That looks like the dude that's trapped, who's halfway between the Earth and the Moon. So it's quite a distance. That's a big rescue mission. Normally, they're around here. Yeah, they are. There's some there.
Wow. And you have to stop and pick them up. You can't just fly straight past them.
You've got to fly to them. It's horribly difficult, which is why I've picked it. I'm just checking if this craft is empty or not, because the empty ones I destroy, save space getting too cluttered. But yeah, you have to basically match the speed, the orbit, the whole shebang. It's horribly brutal. What was this craft called? I can't remember. There's an easy way of doing this. Let's just build a rescue rocket. We'll worry about the finesse of it afterwards. Because let's face it, building the rockets and flying them is the fun part of this.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know what rockets to build to get them rocking to there. You're accomplished enough rocket.
I mean, I can now get to the moon, land on it, and get back safely. Quite like, maybe, doing a quick reload and quick save here sometimes helps. So we're picking this command pod because that fits 3 Kerbals in, and then we're going to go we get a little oh, that's a tiny tank. We get a little backup tank of fuel just in case, with a little decoupler. It's all very proper.
I've actually watched there's a guy, is it Scott one that does
Scott Manley.
Is that Kerbal stuff, yeah?
Yeah, he does a lot of that actually.
I think I've seen quite a few of his videos over time.
He's
I've
very
never actually
good.
played it.
But that's what you get when you're an actual something to do with rockets.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he's got some sort of experience in what am I trying to say?
As a kid, I used to throw up model rockets. Well, I didn't throw them up. I just set them off and send them up. It's quite a fascinating.
I did
thing.
have one. That is way too much RCS, but we're gonna go with it. So what I'm doing is just building a rocket that can turn in space relatively painlessly. That's what we need. So we're putting a tiny little thing just to give us a little bit extra juice just in case.
Yeah.
These are little RCS thrusters, so they'll help us turn. That's also something else we need, a stability wheel. That'll be helpful. Let's get a big one.
I was always fascinated with the HPR, and there are places that do it, which used to go. I mean, you said you built one. They used to have like model rocket engines up to size E. I think in America they went F, G, and then you're talking like ones that are around I, J, K, where they're professional amateur rockets.
Like proper big things.
Well, no, sometimes still quite thin and, like built for streamline. Just a bigger model rocket, essentially, but they're usually built of different materials.
Right, yeah. Right, so these are big fuel tanks that I don't really need for what I'm doing, but it's all about
Are you tuned in, NJ?
being sure I have enough fuel. If you were watching Scott Manley right now, he would not be building a rocket like this, because this is way overpowered for what it needs to do. So what I'm doing now is setting up asparagus staging. Do you know what that is?
No. Is it equalising pressure or something?
No, it's basically, so if I zoom out, I don't need to zoom out too much. I've got 5 tanks there, and it's a way of burning as much fuel as possible, or getting as much thrust as possible out of all of these, whilst ditching all the excess weight. So the way I've done it is all of the fuel from the first tank, as it were, will get used first, but all of the engines are firing at once, and then once that first tank's empty, we ditch that. But these are working in parallel, so when this one's empty, this first one's empty, the opposite side will also empty. I ditch that, saving a lot of weight and gaining more momentum, and essentially I've got
What's it called again?
It's asparagus staging. And
asparagus staging.
Yeah. Currently, I don't think any spaceship can do this. I don't think it's possible to do in the real world, just because you'd have to be able to pressurize that fuel tank to use all of its fuel, as it were.
It's amazing how far rocketry in the last, since Elon Musk with loads of money on it. So SpaceX.
Yo, the SpaceX stuff. There's people that have replicated that on here. So yeah. I'm really terrible, and these are going to fall back to Earth and crash and die. But SpaceX do orbit launch stages that they can land again, don't they?
Yeah,
and I mean land with air brakes and some not parachutes. They can land it on a platform in the middle of the ocean, whereas I'm going to just come crashing back through space and land safely.
I went on YouTube the other day, and it was the day of the launch, and I joined this stream, and it was just full of the chat. Like a live stream of a really popular one, the chat's just going wild.
Yeah.
All flat earthers, everything. It's like, what the? I won't swear. Anyway, somebody, I think the Real Pepe, put this thing in saying, whatever, watch the real stream, and posted the /watch link to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then that actually went to the SpaceX one, so I'm glad that, which was chat disabled. And it was a bit more professionally done. But to watch the whole thing live as it took off, and then to see that actually from space come all the way down, and
that is impressive.
Absolutely amazing. But a couple of them haven't landed properly. Just a few.
Yeah, I just need to check very quickly. So we are. So these are my contracts up on the right when you see this. We've got to save Ergi and Chrysidif. So that's Ergi's craft. And that's Chrysidif's craft. So we're going to try and do this all in one go. And he's ahead of me, so we might go for Chrysidif first. And it doesn't matter. We're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at this.
Experimenting.
Like there
Yeah,
are people that use all these screens of data and go, oh, I've got 5,800 meters per second delta V for this whole rocket. That could get me, and they'll know what that means.
Let's put some things into perspective, right?
Yeah.
So this game is how old?
Oh gosh, that is a good question. Old, very old. I'm trying to.
Yeah, 5 years maybe, I think.
I'm going to Google it really quickly.
Maybe even older. Maybe it's like 9 years old.
This came out in
2011.
release 2000 and why does it say 2015? That's the most recent release. That's why. I don't know.
2015 is still 2 years ago. So. Does it not say when it was released?
It does, but that's a lie. I think it's because version 1 was released in 2015. So, the game's first public release was 2011, version 0.7.3, and I got it.
2011, I said.
Yeah, I got it. I got it somewhere between then and before the first release, the first official 0.1 or whatever it is, release, as it were. So, it's been going on a long time.
So anyway, as I was saying about perspective then, this game, if you think about what comparable equipment they would have probably had running hardware-wise 20 years ago, so 6 years old, even double it, 12 years probably, maybe not, maybe more like 15, 20 years ago, your computer is way more powerful. And it often raises the question, why don't you use these games to simulate crashes, to run simulations? There's one out that was trying to, in science, work out proteins. It was a game.
Oh yeah, I did. I think I remember that.
Years ago, maybe. This game's going to go on with quicker than I thought. Here we go. Blast off.
Blast off's happening. This is a really naff rocket. I mean, so Kerbal's now on 1.2.2, and it's had quite a few updates in its time. And I think most recently it's had an update to, or one of the most recent updates improved the aerodynamic forces, as it were. Because you could build anything and it would fly, essentially. And now it has to be a little bit streamlined to be any good.
So the top of your fuel tanks aren't stream.
No, so I should have put nose cones on those to make it actually aerodynamic. But I've set this launcher up millions of times, and I thought I'm gonna save the space. So what just happened there was the asparagus station, those two fuel pods were empty, and now these 3 tanks that are left are still full, as it were, and we've just ditched them to get rid of the excess weight. Yeah, so they're jettisoned, falling back down to somewhere around the space station. Hopefully they don't land on anything important, because that would be a disaster. And I'm not actually doing anything. The most I'm doing is touching this throttle, like just adjusting it. So I'm probably going to speed things up a bit here. But gravity is actually doing the whole tipping of the rocket. So at the very start of the launch, I tipped it over about 5 degrees, and then literally gravity is taking us the rest of the way.
And to think you're now going to turn that thing around to get it back to where it took off.
I mean, thankfully the contract just says rescue these people from space back to the Earth, so I'm not concerned about where I land. I will try and get as close to the space station, but that's going to be for later. So orbital velocity, as it were, is somewhere around 2,000 meters per second. We're about halfway there now. I don't know what the delay's like for you though, Jay.
I don't think it's too bad. You know why? Actually, because actually, here's the point. I'm on Discord, which is more real time than a live stream.
That's right, yeah. So I don't know, when I'm saying the stages are falling off, you won't see that straight away, I don't think.
Do you know when you set up your live stream? Do you set it for?
I've got it set up for best quality, so it has a bigger delay, but only because it has less of a hit on other people's machines.
Okay, let's work this out then. So you've got a mouse pointer.
Okay, I've just switched to the map view, so you're going to see that in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, still not seeing it yet. Alright, I can now just see the boosters on. There we go, map view.
Okay, so whilst I was in the map view, I just set up a maneuver node to tell me roughly how long I need to make the burn to make my orbit. And this is saying it's going to take me about 20 seconds to burn. But I'm very aware that I'm going to lose 2 engines during that, so I'm going to burn a little bit early. And what this is telling me is, it's saying currently my trajectory is a ballistic arc from, we launched off at Kerbal Space Station and we're going to land splashdown in the ocean somewhere currently at this trajectory, so we need to finish getting that orbital speed. So I'm going to burn now. Just tweak it. The engines move because they're gimbaled engines, if you see that and think that looks a bit weird. But essentially, that's my rocket. So all of those big fuel tanks are gone because they were only needed to get me into space. So that's our orbital burn finished. We've got an orbit that's quite big, 144,000 meters high on the high end, the apoapsis, and the periapsis 82,000. Fun times. Now for the fun bit is matching this target orbit. So the big yellow circle that's on your screen, I would have thought. Patrick's just said don't explode now on the chat.
Oh, I can see the chat over the top. Right, so that takes it right, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is where you would be doing lots of maths to do this stuff, but I'm just eyeballing it. So I'm aware that my orbit is very flat on the horizon, and the orbit that the pod that I've got to rescue from is on a bit of an incline. So I need to get to this node, add a maneuver, and just tweak my orbit, which is going to be really difficult to do because I need to so it's telling me I'm 0.01 of a degree off of the orbit, but if I burn at that point at that particular angle, I should be good. So it takes a lot of the maths out and it just does it for you. Patrick, you can definitely explode. I'm not going to show you that because I'm going to try and rescue someone, so exploding would be pretty bad. But that's kind of what makes this game fun, is that you build a rocket to see if it works, ultimately. And there's lots of explosions. And poor Jeb, who's down here in the bottom right corner, I don't know if you can see him because it's a bit dark. If I turn the lights on, that might be better. No. He dies a lot. But the other side of this is there's a lot of waiting. So currently we're orbiting the planet. I need to get to this point to make my change in velocity. So I'm just going to time accelerate to get me there. So I'm about a minute away. It's a 20-second burn, so we're going to burn at 10 seconds. So you're 10 seconds either side of the burn to try and make it even, and I've just missed
Now, you've got this game on Steam, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many hours have you played?
Oh,
Become a confident rocket scientist in that.
I wouldn't say I'm confident. I'm pretty bad.
Okay, you have actually had some success.
Had some success. That's fair, I suppose. Hang on. Concentrate. That's not going to go to 0, is it? Nope, I've gone past it. That's because I cancelled the note. I've got. How many have I got? 208 hours in this game.
Wow.
So, I'll be honest, most of it has come from, or rather, most of my competency has come from watching Scott Manley videos.
Well, they do explain a lot. I mean, I never actually got to see how good it was, but he seems so proficient with it.
He does some crazy stuff with it, and he does.
Like he was testing something to do with theories of whether you could do something or not. That's the one that was most memorable. He
did like a rocket that was fueled by a beam being sent from the planet, like a beam of energy, and just a big. So like powering something with a laser, as it were.
Yeah.
But he was doing that, and if I just zoom out really far, so that's the equivalent, let's say, of Earth and our moon, what you just saw, except that one has 2 moons.
Oh well, I won't see it for about how long?
That's
20 seconds.
Okay, so this is the solar system, which is quite small, but like the scale. He was doing something like out here, out in Elu, which is I don't know what number that is. 113 billion, 284 million meters away from us. He was powering his spaceship with a laser from Kerbal, or from Earth, as it were.
See, theoretically, it's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was the thing. And to do it, he basically built a massive generator on the planet's surface, and it was ridiculous.
So we know for a fact then was Kerbal's out. There's intelligent life.
Oh yeah, completely. Have I accidentally changed something? I think I have, but everything looks good with the orbit, so I'm going to stick to the maneuver node here, and I hope to God it's good. A little bit late to the burn, so whoops. Have I overshot it again? No. Our ascending node and descending node are at 0, and our high point in our orbit is pretty close to that. So now we're just going to tweak our approach. Now the way this works is I'm going to be orbiting the planet at a faster speed than the craft I'm trying to catch up to. So I will, because I'm below it, I'm going to keep catching up to it. If I was above it, so if I did an orbit bigger than the craft's orbit that I'm trying to get to, I would be going slower to it, and it would catch up with me. And you can thank Scott Manley for that as well, because I wouldn't know that. And the other thing is that I put these RCS thrusters on because this is quite big and cumbersome, and this just helps me turn quicker. But also they're quite useful for docking. I don't have to dock because these Kerbals can get out and do a little spacewalk. but I need to get close, and that big engine at the bottom there is a bit too powerful to be. Oh, why is that doing that? It's because SAS is on. Stability assist and monopropellant thrusters are not a good combination. So it's going to take me 3 hours to fly out here, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to time accelerate. But it's quite a peaceful game. It's quite relaxing.
Since NJ was on the stream earlier, I don't think he's... But he was mentioning the video is going to... You know, did it survive? He's changed it to 1 month later.
He's done what?
And he put 1 month later, he didn't apply the clickbait.
Oh, okay. He didn't put the clickbait names. Patrick. This is not as complicated as Oxygen Not Included, as far as I'm aware. You can add mods to make it that complicated. But this one is just build stuff, see if it flies, and have fun with it. But I'm at the point where I've played enough of it to try and do something clever with it. So I'm trying a rescue mission now. Still...
So
go on.
No, you say, sorry.
I was just going to say, still 2 minutes out, so I'm time accelerating.
I was going to say that there's a few people tuning in on the YouTube side. So Pilot Max Productions. So I'm Chico on there.
Oh, yes.
Because yours is the Twitch chat, which is much more lively. If you're actually on the YouTube chat, you might want to go chat because it seems more lively.
I've got it doing both. So if you comment on the YouTube chat, it should come up.
Testing.
Oh. Somehow I've buggered up the approach.
Okay, I've done it. So what, 20 seconds from now?
Should be instant for me.
No, but there's the YouTube delay.
Oh, okay.
Test. Pilot Max. I'm going to check out. Because you can usually check out your channels, can't you? Go to channel.
Yeah, I thought I'd got that working again. It says it's connected, so... Take it easy, Patrick. Hang on, where's the dashboard?
Visual flight rules in the Netherlands. Awesome.
Oh,
I
hello.
love
We've got lots of people on. I see. Yeah, no, that's not working for some reason.
No.
Yeah, that should be coming up on that screen, and for some reason it's not. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring everyone. I didn't mean to. Hang on, let's see. It says it's connected. I don't understand this thing. Why does it not work? Well, I'm just going to have to leave YouTube up.
Oh, I whilst I'm awake, I can chat to the YouTube side of things. It's weird because I anything that I'm not seeing as much of the Twitch chat.
Yeah, because the idea is
To keep an eye on that, I can cover the other side, like two sides of an ocean.
It's supposed to bring up. It's supposed to put the Twitch chat in YouTube and the YouTube chat in Twitch as well, so everyone can see everything. But for some reason, let me see if that works then. How is it in the Netherlands there?
So
we got Pilot Max, yourself, Adam. Who was Adam?
Adam Productions. Let's look there. You see, the trouble is when you go to channel, it takes you away from the stream. Oh, there's a 6 minute, 12 second. Do you ever do this? Do you ever just browse from other people? It'd be fascinating. So I've now My Little Adventure, the short film by Adam Productions.
I do, but not when I'm in game.
The 17th. You want to know something really weird? Oh, let's see if I can work this out. I think the same. Wiki.
Oh. We're past that.
I wish I had Max to respond to Max. He says, "What do I think of the visual fight rules in the Netherlands?" I liked it. I wish I had my pilot's license. I've done a couple of hours. Loved to have one. Have you ever flown a plane, Rob?
I've flown Grob Tutor.
Yeah.
And when I say flown it, I mean I took control of it for like maybe a minute, and then the pilot was like, "Right, shall we do a loop the loop?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I realised how weak my neck was. Because he banked, he went up, as it were, brought the plane up, right, and he said, "Brace yourself," and I didn't, and my neck just went, "Huh!" and my head went back, and it didn't come back up. I didn't get my head level again until we leveled out.
Wow.
Because the gravity, like, you just don't sort of appreciate the amount of effect it has. And have I gone too far? I've gone too far. Don't believe it.
Sorry, I'm distracting you.
It's alright. This is just me being naff at the game.
So the coincidence was actually the two people that are chatting on the YouTube side of things both uploaded one video thus far on their channels on the 17th and 18th of February.
Got you.
I thought it was the same day.
Are you guys from Brexit?
But it's a day apart, so it's close. I haven't uploaded something. I have like literally 100 gig probably video files that I could chop into my whole year of flying around.
That's a lot of stuff.
You know, it generates on average a good weekend of I go through it generates 10 gig easily.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
Perhaps.
Pilot Max, are you saying, are we from the UK? Is that what you're saying?
From Brexit. Yeah, well, we're going through Brexit, it seems. Which is always ironic, but anyway, we won't go political.
No, I'm trying to avoid that.
I haven't been to the Netherlands for a few years now, but I've been to quite a few places there. Mostly Amsterdam.
Oh, that looks good. So,
how's the rescue going on?
Say again?
How's the rescue going on? Kerbals?
The rescue's going okay-ish. So this is where I start to fall down at the game. This is why I chose this, is because I can match orbits quite well, but it's catching up with the other thing, as it were. So if I want to be quick about it, I've lowered my orbit to make myself go faster around the Earth to catch up this other pod. But if I want to be quicker, I can start messing around with the orbits. So if I go around twice before I make a change, I'm going to be way too far apart. So there's like these orange and pink lines are telling me how far away I'm going to be from the target. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to orbit once, make this burn to try and be close, and then when I'm close, I'll worry about fixing the orbit. Because if I fix it now, wrong way.
Yeah, it's very technical, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where you start having to really mess around with maneuver nodes. So I've got that really close there. I say really close, 230 kilometers. It's quite a distance, but considering we came from the planet, not that bad. That's looking good. 3.9 kilometers. So that's 2 maneuvers gets me to 3.9 kilometers. From there I can start tweaking things, but we'll see how the first maneuver goes first. So but I mean, it's not, if you want action, this is not the game for it. Unless you want me to fly a plane. Flying planes is hilarious because I'm terrible at it.
I asked, where is actually Rob?
Yeah.
First time live streaming. It's not yours. How many times you've live streamed a lot, haven't you?
I've live streamed a fair bit, but I mean, I'm not exactly amazing at it. I'm very lazy live streamer. I did it with Rocket League a lot, just because I enjoyed it. But I was also pretty terrible because that game takes so much concentration. I would oh, here's a problem. So this is the one thing I do a lot. Okay, I forget to put solar panels on my craft, and then I leave things like the lights on, which isn't good. And my electric charge runs out. So now I can't use stability assist because that's like a reaction wheel, a very electronic thing. So I can't turn the craft with electrics. Thankfully I have a pilot, so I can manually engage the engines and stuff. But that is really freaking annoying. I always forget to do it. If I put solar panels on, I'd have been fine. Pilot Max, how good are you at Kerbal if you've been playing Kerbal on your PC?
For a week.
Just a week. Am I missing messages?
No, not really. I guess you might be on Twitch because I'm only seeing Twitch through your feed, and every so often when people put a smiley face in the Twitch feed, they look at it like planets in your. So it's actually quite confusing.
I'll try and move that. We'll turn that off. I'm just speeding up time because there's 20 minutes to this burn. So it's a very, very relaxed game, this.
So Rob, yeah. I'm going to ask you a question that's not hopefully going to distract much.
No, go on.
Do you want to go into space?
Do I want to go into space? I think the way I see it, if I'm going to come back down to Earth safely, sure.
See, getting in your car is an inherent risk. There's risks to walking the street.
Yeah, it's not that. It's more I don't want to go to space if I know there's no way of coming back. So as long as they tell me, yeah, we're going to get you back, I'll go, because I think it'd be quite a fun experience. But I don't know. I've got.
Actually, you know what? It sounds like Pilot Max, by the way, because I don't think that's going to be possible for a little while. Pilot Max can actually orbit, dock, go to the moon, and Minmus or Moon and Minmus, and ride a rover on the moon, I guess. So, dude, you've got a bit of work to do.
I mean, I can do all of that as well, ish.
I've never played it. I am completely. I mean, I like physics games. Physics games are quite fun.
What I'll do,
Rocket League is a physics game.
maneuver nodes are the bane of my existence at the minute because I'm a bit naff at this part of the game, and I probably should have listened to what my burn was telling me to do. No, because now I'm getting it very wrong. Faster. There we go. Oh, too far. 90, come on. No. Do you watch a lot of Scott Manley videos then? Pilot Max and Jay, obviously.
Oh.
I'm assuming he has. If he can do all of those things.
Well, he can do all those things not one after each other.
So this is a double rescue mission. So this is matching an orbit. And this is the really faffy bit that I don't like. We're just gonna get this done as quickly as we can. Oh shit! Oh, that's not good. I accidentally just hit the Z button, which is full throttle. I screwed up my orbit, so I can't do this right now because this is too No, what am I? Oh, I'm getting it all wrong now. I'm faffing. And why am I still time warping? Oh, everything's going wrong. So far wrong. But I don't know why I'm doing this, because all I want to do at the minute is build a space plane. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo all my hard work, and I'm going to go to building a space plane.
Yeah, where you're just tweaking a design. That's much more...
Yeah, it's a bit more interesting to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because that orbits... Once you get close to the thing, it's a little bit more interesting. But that's
okay. Maybe the fastest. Set yourself some targets. So, can you build a space plane?
I mean, I can build a plane. Whether it flies well or not is another thing, and whether it'll get to space is another thing. Because I don't think I've got the... there's action groups that you can put together that determine, like, turning a series of engines off at once and things.
So you could make a vertical takeoff.
You can. I don't know how to...
That could be fun to watch.
I mean, we could try that, but...
It doesn't have to be a plane. Make a vertical takeoff platform and then move forward. How's that?
I mean, we could just do this. No. We could just do that and make a vertical takeoff.
Oh, you know what? At the moment, I was putting a live stream.
What I'll do, I'm gonna try building a little plane. It's gonna have to have some science on it because it needs to be useful.
Right.
So we're gonna
open it up to the people following along. What should this plane have? What should we do?
I'm gonna put way more
Okay,
fuel.
Just watch a VTOL video from Scott Manley. There you go.
I've seen some of them. The issue is you need action groups to. So with the planes, if you turn your engines on one at a time, it's going to spin out of control, right?
I know nothing like that. So I'm playing.
I will try. I will try and build. I'll see if I can make just one with rockets on that can at least do something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll put 2 rockets on it. They're not going to be vertical takeoffs yet, but we'll see what happens. They're probably not good enough.
Copy to the VAB. What's the VAB?
The VAB is the Vehicle Assembly Building, and this is the Hangar Assembly Building, I think.
Apparently you do that and then you add your group. So you build the plane and copy it to the VAB.
Oh, okay. And add it in. Yeah, because I don't think these engines are built for it. I'm sure. We'll see. Let's get the plane working first, and then we'll add things, and then add groups. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Because I'm doing it in career mode, I can't add my own groups yet.
You need to play it more.
Well, hang on.
I'm only joking. No,
let's call this Space Plane 1. I'm just wondering, if I upgrade something outside, I'll probably get groups. I just don't know what part I need to upgrade. Let's see. Custom action groups available if I upgrade that, and I can't afford to upgrade that. So, okay, well, we've just upgraded the wrong thing, but we might be able to get away with this. Where was the... Right, we're going to have some of them with some engines in them. And we want a tailpiece. Where is it? And then we need some big ass wings. So center of lift is behind center of mass, and that's our center of thrust. So far, we need some actual plane engines. So this is the other thing. My unlocks that I've got so far probably aren't even fast enough.
You know what? It's starting to look cool though. Let's see. Let's see.
Does that need anything?
What do you call this?
This is horrible. It's what it is. Oh. What do you mean, the plane or what I'm adding to it? Apparently it's called Space Plane 1 because I don't know what to call it. What I did read recently though was that you should put on some rudders, not roll, not pitch, yaw. There we go.
So Rob, do you know where Pilot Mac should build a base on the Moon or the Minmus?
Where should I build it? I would, if you're building a base on the Moon or Minmus, I would build it on Minmus because Minmus requires less actual fuel and whatnot to actually land on. So Minmus is easier. Apart from the orbit not being on the horizon, you have to tweak that a little bit. But Minmus is easier once you know how to get there. So that's my advice to you there. Why is this not going on? There we go.
So what's the longest mission you've done of this, Rob?
Longest mission was probably the rescue mission for Jeb on the Moon. I took him to the Moon. He landed safely. He didn't have enough fuel to get back though. So
that's a bit of an outside, isn't it?
Is that looking a bit
What
ridiculous?
was Jeb thinking?
Huh?
What was Jeb thinking?
He just wanted to get there and be landed on the moon. So he got there, and then I had to send a probe, or like a probe-driven spaceship up after him to get him back. So that was that took a long time to do, but we did it. Okay, this is probably not going to work, but we can only try, right?
It doesn't look like it'll work now.
It doesn't,
No.
because of the crazy wings at the back.
Yeah, but maybe it will. It's got too many top stabilization. You see, it'll be top heavy at the moment.
I mean, the bigger problem is I've just put the wings through the engines there. No, see, the centre of weight is there. And the centre of lift is behind it. Maybe it should be further forwards. Maybe do that. This is the thing. If you build it right, it will fly. I don't like that there. That needs to just be 1. This is going to be
Have you got any idea of planes?
I've got an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. This needs to do pitch. That's what I know. And I've still not finished these engines off for some reason. What have I missed? Ah, those. There we go. No, they're too small. Oops. There we go. Maybe we won't need that. We need another wheel. I'm gonna, like, you might be right, it might not work.
But let's work. There's no costing.
But this is Kerbal Space Program. This is gonna work. My only issue is I don't know what I'm doing with it. These engines I'm gonna use to get me into space. That's the idea with those. Let's see what happens. Nice aerodynamics.
And you have some sort of pilotable control over this.
Oh no, this is all on the keyboard, which is going to be terrible. But I do need to turn that off. So, ready? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let me go full screen, man.
Huh?
Let me go full screen for this.
Oh, I've just lost my screen.
I have faith in it.
I reckon it'll get off the ground. I mean, it's already veering off the runway, and no, it doesn't have enough lift. That's the problem. What if we give these more authority? Oh yeah, there we go. No, that's... What I love is that it carried on going.
Oh, we had some flight there. I mean, does it get to a amount?
I'm going to take the rockets off and just see if we can fly it as a normal plane.
Still a rocket plane, nonetheless.
That was abysmal. I'm going to put bigger wings on it.
Oh, there was bigger wings. I was going to say I thought that. You see, I don't know what wings are in there.
And I'm going to put a normal tail on because I don't like that one because you can't get a nice flat.
So presumably you had
Yeah, it blew up and Jeb would have been dead. But thankfully we rewound time and he's alive again.
But if I went to Scott Manley's channel, and if I remember correctly, he's quite well spoken.
He's very well spoken, is Scott
Yes.
Manley. Yeah. Right, let's get some things. The thing is, with the Scott Manley videos that he's done on planes that I've seen, they've all been okay, I'm gonna take that advice, Max.
I'm gonna say, are you seeing his live chat?
Why are these
I don't need to repeat everything he says because you're not. Perfect.
Why are these not going on properly? These should sit on that, but they're not. Okay, so center of lift is back here. Whoa, nope. That's what I meant to do. Okay, let's just move those wings. I don't like those wings. Those wings look horrible. It's got to look nice, right?
Yeah, it has to look the part.
I was using these, so
Are they the largest wings you've got?
Currently available, yes. So I bring those, and that's about as far back as they can go. These things never seem to sit on properly anymore. Come on. So that center of lift needs to be closer to the center of mass. Let's get rid of them there.
What have you done? I look away for a few moments and
I've ruined it.
Maybe a short spot tutorial.
No, there's no fun doing that.
Day 100, Rob is still trying to make.
I've made a flyable plane that lands.
Rashes the runway.
I'm gonna move that a little bit. Before, it's just I'm not very good at the plane. I don't get them. And I've seen some of Scott Manley's ones, and his ones seem to work based on bits that I haven't unlocked yet. So I'm doing it with the bits I've got and hoping for the best.
Yeah, fair play.
So this should fly, because there's plenty of wings there. And I keep forgetting to turn that off. Toggle talk. Let's see if this thing works.
I mean, I laugh at your misfortune, but I wouldn't even know.
I mean, it doesn't look pretty. Let's. It's not going to win any beauty contests, this thing. But
it's like the Wright brothers all over again.
But okay, it's going too fast and it still hasn't taken off.
Well, how are you going to name this
The
thing?
ramp helped hugely, but it flies. It just might need a ramp.
No, I think you just put. Maybe.
Go on.
There we go. Alright, now bank and roll left. Alright.
Yeah, we're going left.
Wow. That is a beautiful sight.
If you look at the nav ball, just a few minor tweaks. I'm staying positive. I'm not crashing.
Your knife edging at the moment.
This is me trying to get back to
You
the
level
runway.
it out.
Yeah. That was there was a purposely long turn because I want to get back to the
Ah,
runway. So if I time accelerate, which makes it look gorgeous. But we're gonna throttle down. We're gonna roll again. And then we're just gonna see if this thing can land.
Place your bets. Bet now.
Should ... Oh dear. Right. I'm doing this purely by eye as well, so you know. Let's bring the landing.
How's the training coming on?
Huh?
How's the training talking about?
Oh, tough mudder training. I should have gone climbing tonight. I should have gone on a run tonight. Yeah, so not very well.
See, I knew my training regime would be. It seemed like such a good idea at the time, but commitments.
Oh,
But
that run
I do
does
want to
work.
start riding my bike to work. Got a month before Barcelona.
Uh-oh. So we're coming in. Let's lower our altitude a bit. Scroll down. My issue is, I never know how to line up on the runway properly. I'm trying to level up here. I don't care if we don't land on a straight line runway. As long as it lands. As long as Jeb stays alive, we're good. Pull up! Okay. That didn't work, and the screen's got a bit crazy. Oh dear.
Now I
I can see the delay on
How
YouTube.
How long's the delay?
It's about 15 seconds or so.
Is it the same for Twitch?
I'm not sure. See, now what did I do the other day to fix this sort of thing?
Spoilers?
Hang on, where's my centre of mass? If I empty that one. Oh, that's not on mirrored mode. Okay, so center of mass. There we go. But if I empty that, maybe I don't need. Oh goodness, what have I done? So I'm a bit naff at space planes and planes in general. Is probably what we can all take from this.
So, what are you? What's the most successful build you've had on?
What's the most
Successful. It's the one that you've been proudest of.
plane-wise?
No, plane or rocket.
Oh, honestly, the most proudest moment I had was docking with something I put in orbit. I think docking was the most rewarding thing.
Wow.
Just because it was the first time doing it, it took so long to get right, and then once I got it, it was just so nice, as it were.
Accomplishment.
Yeah.
So presumably you can control it down to real time, as in you can't slower than time, but you can speed it up.
Say that again.
Well, like say you're coming into the dock, you might want to. Do you manually control it, or
Oh yeah, you manually control it completely.
does it let you pause it?
You can press like escape to pause.
You can't pause the simulation. That's
But
all.
no, the simulation will be running regardless. So why is my center of lift so far backwards now? Is it because of the wings I'm using? Let's just use those. I mean, that looks like a plane, right? I mean, you're laughing, Jay.
Well, it hasn't got wings on it, and now it's got wings. So when you said it looks like a plane, it didn't even have wings.
Fair enough. I need to make that center of mass bigger.
It looks like a.
What do I think of the SpaceX program? I don't know enough about it, to be honest. I personally think it's pretty cool. Just the stuff I've seen, like the how they were able to land. That is really offset. How they're able to land back on a pad in the middle of the ocean.
But SpaceX as a company or an idea is time, hasn't it? SpaceX. Do you know how SpaceX started?
No.
Okay, the SpaceX project. I can't remember who it was that put the £1 million up, but it was $1 million or something to anyone that could reuse a spacecraft. Get something. There's a criteria.
Yeah.
To send something up and reuse the same aircraft within. So
it was like a challenge.
It finally got won by Composite Materials Company. You know that name? Burt Rutan.
It rings a bell.
Burt Rutan, I think, was Composite Materials, and they sold to Virgin Galactic was their model for what was the original concept for the reusable aircraft spacecraft, which was that shuttlecock design where it falls down. It was a carrier plane to get it up, and that's what the Virgin Galactic is trying to get working. So SpaceX has actually invested a lot of time and got a lot of the whole idea of if you put a prize money up or something, it kept on going up over the years. But the idea was that if you put money up, people in the private sector and amateur people and all sorts of people will find the solution. And so if you now look at it as where it's evolved to, in the fact that you've got a reusable spacecraft that can take something up and land and be reused again within a couple of weeks, that's exactly what the Falcon 9 rocket is.
Boom. This took off.
So I like the SpaceX program. I think
so. It's like
it's got confused now though between obviously SpaceX now operates as a company and competes with Lockheed and Boeing for space contract.
Yeah.
So they've got 70 missions of a backlog.
Blimey.
And actually what they did was put up a spy satellite. They were actually used to put up top secret stuff. So, interesting. If you talk about SpaceX.
I was reading
What do you think?
Watching one of Scott Manley's videos, and he was saying how there was something to do with like a secret project go on. There you go. That worked. I mean, the brakes aren't very good, and it spins. But that landed and flew.
Wow.
Take it easy, Pilot Max. Oh man, I appreciate the subscribe. I'll be
Good night. Good night, man. It's actually, it's an hour in front, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. So that
we'll upload some more videos. We'll check them out.
I've completely forgotten what I was saying because I'm just excited that I managed to land my plane again. That's terrible, isn't it? So the ugly plane flew.
So I think I'm Pilot Max's second subscriber. Cool. I love flying videos though, so this is kind of nice. It's a flying desk.
Has he got drone videos then? Oh, that's what I was saying. Scott Manley. He
No, he hasn't. He's got proper flying.
Oh, okay, got you. He is a pilot, so that makes sense as to why he likes the whole idea that I was going to build a plane, and then probably was horrified at what he saw. But yeah, so Scott Manley was talking about how NASA were doing a secret project mission, and the guys on the ground had to look at a video stream from the craft to assess some damage, and they were getting the video back at like something like 3 frames per second, so it was horrifically slow. But they managed to make a judgment call on it, and they thought it was safe to land. Oh gosh, I've just almost got the runway. Alright. That's running out of ground there. So they had to make this judgment call on this terrible video feed, and they said, yeah, you're fine to come back down, like out of orbit, deorbit this shuttle with people in it. When they got it back, it was classed as the worst damaged space shuttle to ever return from space in one piece.
Oh, you mean the actual shuttle itself?
The actual shuttle itself, yeah.
The actual, yeah. Bird. Wow. Which one was that one?
I don't know what it was, but it was something to do with the military. They were putting something in space as well, so...
See, I always find the any space video is fun. I'd love to go into space. Yeah, I'd like to come back down. Space is the new Wild West, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm desperately trying to land this thing, but the ground's a bit bumpy.
There's probably even a Wild West, actually. There's a documentary that's coming next month. Basically saying we shouldn't be weaponizing space, and actually we've had more than we've ever been led, or than we've been told. It's unacknowledged of what's going on.
What, in space?
Yeah, to weaponize space and stuff.
Oh, okay.
See, we're on the brink of a nuclear war, and um, it's bizarre that so many people want to have a war. It's just completely bonkers. And I think the US probably have technology that they want to use if it gets to. Because China's not happy with the US and saying take that missile defense system down.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh God.
it's just the world's gone to pot.
It has. It's a horrible time to sort of like, it's a worrying time.
It's the most amazing time to be alive.
It's
For
very
sure.
worrying. Very worrying.
Oh, it's not without its fear. And
So I don't know if you're still seeing what I'm doing.
I am. You're flying your plane around. I am looking.
I don't want to be flying it. I'm just trying to get it close to the. So basically, when you recover your it's skating. I can't deal with this, so I am just going to recover it when it stops. But hit the brakes. I just did I got a bit of data. I got a bit of science. So from the.
Oh, so this is what you use to progress in your career.
Yeah, so that thing that I did, review data, that's got me some science. So I'm going to keep that, and then once I stop, I can recover the vessel, claim the science, and then that unlocks things in the tech tree. So I've actually got quite a lot of science. I've got 153 now. I forgot, after I got back from the moon, I must have collected a load. I need 160 to unlock the next bit. See, so I'm thinking something like, I'm not sure what I'm going to get, but I'll unlock one of these, because I think these bigger elevons, whatever you call them, are going to be easier. Plus you get air brakes, which are cool. I think I'll be able to fly the plane better with some bigger elevons, if that's what I can call them. But I need more science. So I'm going to cheat and see if I've got something in space that will get me that really quickly.
Do it.
I've got a satellite. Did I attach any science stuff to it? I've got some stuff orbiting the sun, so that might be able to get me some data. Got a thermostat, and no science to be had on that one. All that joyous. So that's no good. So this is a little satellite I put up in space. It's got some solar panels, battery, lights. Let's put the lights on. And it's got some relay and antennas, so I can send signals to and from it. But that one's no good to me, apart from the fact that it can be, because that's the other thing they've introduced in this. You have to set up like communication networks across space, otherwise you can't pilot your drones very far. So like, if you go to the dark side of the moon, as it were, or the far side of the moon, you'll lose signal of your drone because you don't have a satellite connection. So my comnet is not very good. Like, I've got a satellite here, which is orbiting the sun, because that was just something I built to get out of the Kerbin sphere of influence. Oh, please transmit. Oh, see, now the problem is there's some healthy science to be had there, but limited probe control, not connected, no signal. So I'm going to do that, and it's going to try and send it, and it can't. So that's annoying. So frustrating. Whereas before you didn't have to do any of that. You could transmit and control anywhere.
But it's setting you up for more of the real science. So
it's a lot more realistic than it ever was.
You don't really get that much data back that quick.
No. And there are some mods out there that give you the they give you the feedback delay. So if you're controlling something in space that's quite far away, you have to wait for your control inputs to go through
before you get it back.
Yeah.
So. It's fascinating because they do that in real life, like the dates and also reboot and try and do stuff, and it's fascinating.
So I can't control this at all because there's nothing in range. So
you guys are still up?
I'm still working, and it's kind of good to have some company while I work.
Dude, I always work at this. This is where my brain comes alive.
Yeah,
this is where I start becoming intelligent.
But hold on a second. I mean, I gave you valuable advice for free, and you didn't even take
it. I couldn't do it.
Why? Because you had the perfect opportunity, and we're using Rob's stream now. I think whatever advice I was going to say, it was a perfect opportunity because there's a massive chunk out of a tree and it was on that quad at that time. Did it survive? Yes, it did. It's actually not a bad little investment. It's not a GoPro.
Oh yeah, because it was on the.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah,
it
that
was because you had to find it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
You missed.
But then, I suppose the thing is, it's not a real durability test, though, was it? Because the quad took the hit. The GoPro was in a TPU mount, well protected, and I did mention that the SD card kind of half popped out in the review. But I've got like
all it is all you had to see it as was a catchy title mail. Not that it was actually clickbait. You're not actually trying to get someone to sign up to a program from it. It's not sensationalist news that really tried. It was just an instructional video, and it suffered a crash. Several. It's not the first crash.
Yeah, it's a shame the paint's coming off it.
There you go. Did it survive? Anyway, next time you might listen. Next time you might.
More angry.
Nah, well, I'm hoping mine turns up tomorrow. Oh, yeah,
your new run, you're getting a new run cam.
No, it's actually worked out cheaper now. I was complaining about the price. It actually worked out £9 for session 5. Well, I get.
Oh, yeah, you've made the right choice there. I do love this run cam, but it would just not replace my GoPro at all.
I think right now, NJ, you should, since aerodynamics and stuff like that, and
do what?
I don't know if you tuned into Rob's stream, but Rob, just a little bit of background history.
If I start talking about aerodynamics, I will literally bore whoever he's got on that stream.
No, I mean
they've all left now. I'm going to test it out, see if because it might absorb some of the science from it. So, NJ's been looking into induced drag and all sorts of vortices and all sorts of things, biplanes, and you want to share some of your findings? Test it out as an audience. Not really an audience.
It's so boring. It is literally so boring. It depends if you find that kind of thing interesting. Like I've been into aeronautics, and I definitely would have been a pilot by now if I hadn't gone into music. But I've always found just the way a wing works absolutely fascinating. That you can chuck something along the ground very fast, and due to pressure differentials on a wing, a plane will lift up into the sky, which is kind of modern day magic, really, isn't it?
Yes.
So I've always found fluid dynamics are naturally very interesting subject.
Oh, all aviation, yeah, all of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Both wings, yeah.
Yeah, it's all fascinating stuff. But yeah, no, there's so many topics on I wouldn't know where to start really when it comes to quadcopters. They're such a conundrum because they're just a giant draggy mess that basically powerhouse their way through the sky, and all of these tiny little design changes will make very little difference in terms of adding seconds to a. I mean, I think something like the Revo, its focus really is more unobstructed airflow to reach faster velocity or to accelerate faster more than it is. It's a sort of it's a company that have developed a quadcopter frame, and they've thought outside the box a little bit in terms of its design by taking the arms of the quadcopters and rotating them 90 degrees so that they essentially get out of the way of the airflow of the props.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's as I said, it's a bit of a conundrum. It does work in one respect, but in many others, there's too many other factors that cause drag and problems for that frame that would ever give you any kind of meaningful difference to your flight time. What you've got a better chance of doing is just straightening out the wash of propeller wake that you get around the arms of a normal quadcopter. Instead, there'll be a slightly more linear airflow, so it will accelerate faster. I think that's really the most they can hope for with that design, Jay, to be honest with you.
But it's not really prop wash you're worried about when you're racing, is it? You don't care about prop wash so much.
Yeah, it's just so many.
I think
it's mind-boggling.
I know how it came to conception. Martin's this old guy that actually I have a lot of respect for. Rob. It's called Fossil. See, he's flown sort of planes and all sorts of things. But he has one company, and he made these frames that were just practically.
Just be right back. Carry on.
Sure.
But I met him last year for the first time at this event we're going to on Saturday, and Dom and myself, this other guy, we needed a smoke. Just had a busy Saturday, and we wanted to smoke, and this old geezer had some. But he's interesting in it. I think what he thought was, how do we change the design of this frame and all these other frames that are out there? How do we do it? Which is this Revo frame.
Yeah.
But it is different. There's not as much. Like, you've seen my quad, and the thick arms, like the inch wide arms, that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that same footprint.
Okay. I might have to Google it. What is Hello Certi Turf?
I tell you one thing, right? I probably wouldn't know the difference sometimes. I like cars. I love driving. I love just driving anywhere, doing anything. And even the car, whatever it is, I'll just drive it. Quads as well. It's just another form of. You have slow quads, you have slow cars, you have fast cars, you have fast quads. Reliable quads, reliable cars.
Yeah.
Come on, take off. Let's see this thing fly.
I mean, this thing seems good.
Oh wow, it's got some response to it. Oh, there's someone in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you say their name.
Saiti Toast.
Is it?
Toast. I'll just say toast with an Irish accent.
Hello.
Sorry, we are Irish. We just put something else on. British fun.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to land this thing.
Why are you not talking Irish there, Rob? No, I'm serious now.
No, you're not.
I might be.
I still can't believe how mean you were to Nathan.
And to Nathan, why?
With him trying to play Rocket League.
The thing is, right, as it all goes, you were in the staff room, came in, and it's like, and then I remembered tonight I had yoga, so I was all up for it like earlier on.
Yeah.
And then it's like, shit, I have yoga. So then when I got back from yoga, it's like, oh fuck, I still got to do these reports. And so once I started playing on that and I was doing reports, the karma is, Rob, I had to redo all that I started whilst I was playing League. So, karma's a bitch. It wasn't mean. I spend all day with him, so, and he's very new to it. It was fun, and I actually, it's where we all start in the same spot. It's just weird to see it.
Oh.
He's a good kid, though. You know what? Nathan's a damn good kid. I was flying my Phantom out over the sea. I don't know if he told you this story. And he was more worried about it than I was when I was saying, oh shit, the battery's low and I'm still out at sea. And it bleeping away. He almost had a little mini heart attack.
Bless.
And I said to him, dude, it's not your drone. Why are you so upset? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I just didn't want to lose it. And so I was like, well, it would have been mine to lose.
Bless him.
Yeah.
He is a sweet guy.
So do you guys work in the same office, or?
Same building.
Oh, right.
Nathan, who we're talking, M123, me 123 Gower, Nathan work. He's a young apprentice. He's only just turned 20 on Saturday, but he's a good egg. Damn,
hate him already.
Yeah, damn good egg. In fact, it's probably not good getting him started on Rocket League now. He's been playing, is it Condemned or something? Pirate game?
Not sure.
PS4 though.
Did you see the stream just then, Jay?
No, I didn't. I saw brief glimpses of it.
Because I landed and then ran out of runway and blew up.
Oh, hold on a second.
Nailed it. Where's your stream, Rob? I'll stick it on while I'm eating.
I can't stay on for too much longer, but I'm trying to fly this plane. Emphasis on.
Oh, you're back on the planes again?
Yeah.
Again? Oh, you mean from earlier? No. Huh? When did you last do planes?
I think, was it the other night?
I think you just unlocked it, hadn't you?
Yeah.
When you showed me.
So, this plane is not very manoeuvrable. That's the only thing.
No, it looks like a proper plane and everything.
It does.
Yeah, it's flying like a proper plane.
We're trying a stall manoeuvre.
I'm impressed, Rob.
Yeah, it flies okay, but it still didn't land. Or rather, it landed, but it just doesn't stop. Maybe I need to increase the brakes.
Can you see? Can you see the live stream? Do you need?
Yeah, I've got it.
So we're wondering how to say Sochi Coast. The name.
Yeah, that guy's name.
What are the ideas there? Yeah.
Sorry, what am I looking at here? Confused.
Can you see the chat? It's Pilot Max, who's only uploaded one. There's even Adam. We've had a few people in the chat room. You might not see the history of chat. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh no, that's what it'll be.
Alright, I'll paste his name in again. Say it in an Irish accent. Aye.
Right.
That's their name.
How do you view the chat?
Live chat, it should be like a little drop down. Question is, are you in night mode or not? Night mode is awesome.
I'm not in night mode. I should be in night mode. Save my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that. I've been using that for years. The an app called Flux, night shifting the whites to be less blue.
I think we're coming in a little bit short of the runway here. But I like it. Because we're coming in slow. Maybe too slow. Maybe too slow. I got some wheels. Okay. No.
I've not got to the crash yet.
You'll see it. It's
there it is.
I saw half of it. Yeah.
That's the. I thought maybe I could. No.
Save it.
In aviation, we call that an arrival.
So we're gonna just revert back to I think it's these engines. I think these engines are too big. So I'm going to go for a smaller engine.
There is just one flight simulator to rule them. Me, which I've ploughed thousands of hours into, called DCS World. It's just epic. And it works with Oculus Rift.
DCS World?
Yeah, Digital Combat Simulator is the acronym. But they model every aspect of real planes. So you can learn all about how to fly an A-10 Warthog or a F-15 or an F-14. And
I got you.
Where did we get up to on the aerodynamics? No, I'm only joking. It is an interesting topic, and
I love it.
I think it's how much of the difference will people notice? They notice when things are completely out of whack with the tune, and they'll notice when things are completely out of whack with the build. But when you start talking about, I suppose, there's too much to talk about.
It's a colossal subject.
I would agree with. So that looks a little bit more stable. So these only do roll. The tail only does pitch. And the fin only does yaw.
Right.
If it was going on properly. I don't like that fin. It looks horrible. Meh. It works. So in theory, it should fly. And I really want these further forwards. But I don't. That's gonna... Let's just see if this works. This will be the last flight of the night, I think. And hopefully it works. Because I really need to get some sleep.
Yeah. I said to Steve, I'll do these reports and I'll take it back. So I'm going to work through to Autonomy and then waiting for Posty and DPD. I don't know what time DPD is going to turn. So I might be up for another hour or two.
Oh, we took off a little bit too soon there. But this baby is flying. Here we go.
Huh? Here we go. Right, do a roll.
Do a roll, okay. Yeah.
Barrel roll.
You'll see it in a second. It's kind of. I kind of want to go overboard with the rolls.
Maybe it looks a little bit like a Harrier jump jet.
That's got such a true, perfect axis. That's rolling exactly around the rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to worry too much about that now.
Okay, do a loop.
See, the loops scare me.
Okay, well, do a loop. Come on, you can't not do a
shit,
loop.
hang on.
Maybe get some height first.
Yeah, we'll get
Depends how
some
much fuel you've got.
Yeah, can you not? Can you
Yeah.
kill the throttle as you're coming down? Because you're gonna have a very hairy.
Yeah, hang on. Let me get some more height. Right, time acceleration is off. We've got height. It does not want to go. Let's give this more control. No, it does not want to go over on itself. It might be the speed. No.
It looks awesome now, though.
Turn that back down a bit. No, yeah, it doesn't have enough in it to do stunts, it seems. Go for 150 because we're coming in fast. It always worries me that it won't pick up lift again. Time accelerate.
You want the speed in miles per hour or knots?
Not meters per second.
No.
Yeah. Everything else in this, because it's designed for the rockets, is in meters per second.
Oh, I see.
And all of the measurements are in meters, so it makes sense. Okay, we've killed the throttle. We're gliding into the runway.
Well, yes, a successful landing. No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. It's down in the water.
I reckon this is going to go well.
No, I think you might fall short.
Nah, this has got lift.
God, this is an awesome glider, an aerobatic wonder. You've built the master plane.
I have. The only issue is with this. Oh, look at that manoeuvre at the end just to get the landing nailed.
The aerodynamically, it's like a feather.
No! Oh, no!
This is the worst bit because I don't really. You ruined the tension of the last bit for me.
Sorry.
I know.
Oh, right,
Can't
that was
slow
good
down.
landing.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
and
Ah!
then I messed up.
Oh no, you started getting your all out of whack. That was going so well, right?
It was.
It was. I thought you were going to hit the grass and explode. And then, no, you landed.
So I'm doing that again.
I think you have to.
Yeah. Well, I still got reports.
I couldn't sleep after that landing. Not
No,
when
that
I
was-
already came so close.
Exactly.
NJ won't be sleeping for several hours, probably till lunchtime.
Yeah, I've still got a monster video to do next. Did I tell you they've sent me another one?
No?
Yeah, they sent me another one. Because that first one had that issue with needing to double power it.
Yeah. Oh.
Which I can live with, so I've left it on the GC2.
You know what? The run cam's done me quite well so far. I've never had to change anything. Just stuff it's done quite well in all sorts of conditions. Sometimes
Is it the
goes
original
wrong.
Swift?
Oh,
V2.
on the roll, guys.
I think it's just the original, isn't it? Swift with the rotor. They've
Yeah, I've
got the
got-
GoPro lens in it.
I see.
I don't know. It's manufactured last year.
I managed
Tell you
to
what,
loop the loop just then.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah. Might have been because I was time accelerating. I don't know. But I did.
You know what though? I do need a 2.1 mil lens on my QAVR now. I'm used to it, and I think what it was the glaring on the side of the lens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But 2.1. Anyway, the loop was cool. Yeah.
Did you see
Do it again?
I'm coming in for the landing now.
No, I know. So do it again.
No, we've got to nail this landing.
Yeah, loop landing, standard final approach practice.
Is the wind?
There isn't wind, no. So you don't have to. So that's the worst thing. This is completely. Should be
Perfect air.
Should be
No
easy.
turbulence, no wind.
So what you're doing with the landing is it helps if you know where the point at which your plane stalls, because when you land, you're basically trying to take the plane as slow as possible without stalling, and then just before you touch down, you're basically stalling it. And that's how you land at the lowest speed you possibly can in a plane.
I think.
Try not to give it away, okay? I'm still...
Oh, look at this textbook. Oh, touch and go. Keep it together.
Yeah, a bit of a bunny hop.
Air brakes, whatever you got. Anything.
I'm not sure what's going on with the. So the issue I think I've been having is you'll see. Look there.
Hey.
See that? What the hell just happened there? I think.
It was just so awesome in your
Nailed it.
life.
I think though. Did you see what happened to the fins and the?
Yeah.
I think that's the stability assist kicking in and doing something very, very strange. Because the idea of that is it stops wobble. But I think it was caused. I think that's what caused the crate. Like if I slam the brakes on, that's what it does. Like I'll just hit the brakes while I'm doing it, and it just makes me turn. Crash. But aside from that, I think I just need to turn that stability assist off.
Do it again.
That plane will.
If you enjoy sticking landings, you need to have a go of a flight simulator like DCS World, which is actually free.
The difference is a flight sim is more if you're in the cockpit. Can you fly in the cockpit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is from the cockpit, but you can fly third person.
No, which
as
is
well.
better. Yeah, you can. Yeah, third person. Can you fly the cockpit in this, Rob?
Yeah, you can go into they call it IVA because on the rockets it's in vehicle activity, so IVA on this. But what we're going to do now is you wanted VTOL, right?
Hold on. I know. I've got to go full screen for this. Yeah, I want to.
Oh,
Are you actually going to turn it VTOL?
Oh, we're going to try.
All right. Now we're talking. We've got 40 minutes to get it VTOL, then it's 2 a.m. That should cut off, I suppose. 2.5 on less.
If I could figure out how to make this dead center.
I've shown you this, Jay.
What's that?
I'll send you the link on Facebook. That's a video of me starting up an A10 from cold, flying off to a mission, using its weaponry to take out a load of things on the ground, and then landing.
There was one game that was it was an F-20 combat simulator, because often they release simulators before the aircraft's actually in service, and I had loads of fun with it once, where you just attack wave after wave after, and just it's amazing fun. Combat or standard.
I have no idea if this is going to work. And this is the biggest cheat ever. But
How much is DCS?
It's free.
Is it?
Yeah, look at the quality of it. It's so good. It's free with a P-51 Mustang and another Russian jet, which the name escapes me.
Wow.
But yeah, this was I basically use this because I wanted to learn all about the A10 Warthog and how to start it up and fly it and how to operate all the weapons and stuff.
Did you just picture yourself being the A-team there, MJ?
Oh, Murdoch, hell yeah. He got to fly all the cool shit. But yeah, everything in this that you're seeing going on is all 100% accurate to how it's done on the real thing.
Yeah, you start off procedure and everything. Oh. Do you even get the startup book and stuff? Manual?
Yeah, you get everything, the checklists as well. You have to warm up the gyros, the lot.
Wow.
And you can even, like, if you don't keep an eye on the starting, you can get a hot start on the turbines as well. You have to shut it down, wait for 30 seconds and repeat the start-up procedure on the engine at hot start. And yes, so cool. Like, the whole thing is modelled like the real.
And it's free.
It's free.
This is what I've always been thought was lacking in pricing.
Okay, that
Quality graphics.
that will work.
And that's using something called Track IR, which is a little sensor
that's
that you
the
put on the
eye
hat.
thing.
Yeah, so when you
your
look
face.
around, when you look left and right, that's why I'm kind of looking where I want. I'm actually doing that with my head.
That looks sick. I'll check out that later.
It's cool as fuck.
Right.
So how's the VTOL? Talk through the VTOL then.
I'm really budging there. I don't know what I'm doing.
That doesn't matter.
Let's
As long as we see either fireworks or
a vertical takeoff.
So what, the pilot Max is saying you've got to copy it, and you know what that means.
Yeah, I'm doing it here. So, oh yeah, we have a problem though.
Have you secretly looked up Scott Manley's?
What just happened?
Alright, we get a cue to tune into what.
I'm still waiting to see. Oh, giant backflip.
But it's the bounce.
What? That's definitely.
All I can say.
That's some strange physics breaking
All
phenomenon
I can
there.
say is from this view, resounding success. Okay, we are landing.
I was gonna say you're gonna need to You know your gimbal controlled rockets.
Yeah. Oh, I've just quick saved that. I did not mean to quick save. We're gonna just turn down the thrust a touch. It's like Tony Stark when he first done his thrusters on the Iron
That's
Man
exactly
launcher.
what it is.
You got to turn down the thrust. So, right, turn off the air engines. I can probably, kill that bit. Okay, take off. No, I think the problem there is it's a bit, it's off-center. So where's the
Yeah, it
center
needs to
of
be
life?
directly under you.
I think we're slightly off.
Slightly?
No,
Slightly detrimental.
Oh, not where we want it. Okay, I mean it doesn't look pretty, but we're gonna cheat and hide all that. And
It
ignore
has to
all
still
of the
fly
cooking.
forward. Yeah?
It has to.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Otherwise,
will.
it's only a
It will.
takeoff. That's looking more VTOL-y.
Let's see what happens.
Right, grab the popcorn, everyone. Action movie coming up.
I'm gonna nail this. Right.
Now thrust forward. Okay,
Yeah.
can you just reset that?
Yeah.
Just as you take off, can you thrust forward? I think that's all you got to master. It's an art. It's not design.
For some reason, the gimbals are counteracting each other. Test flight success.
What? Test flight to remove wings and digital blazing.
Nailed it.
I mean, no one
Flying
died that time.
Flying colours of just red and yellow. Flying colours. Right.
Right, they're on. Now they're off.
Have you not been tempted by this game, NJ?
Oh.
It's just tempting me to go back to DCS World. Is what it's doing.
I have
As soon as I see flying stuff.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
it just keeps flipping.
Ah! You almost made a looping aircraft.
Almost.
Power.
I think.
Slightly more power. But isn't this the action things where you've got to go up? Can you not set a delay after you start doing that? You've got to get some thrust. Otherwise, that's all you're going to ever do. So he was saying you copy it to VAB, VBA, or VAB.
Yeah, he's saying build it. He's saying build it here, and build it as a rocket in the VAB. But ultimately, I want a plane that can fly and take off. And I think it keeps flying. It keeps just pinging back, doesn't it? So, I reckon simply whacking that back a bit and then going, we'll fix it. Bigger lever on that end should keep it level. Let's see. But planes are far more entertaining because they're very freaking difficult. Yeah, well, we fixed it. Sort of. Don't watch just yet.
Yeah. I thought that was a long enough delay.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen Stuart's post, MJ? Long summer.
No? What's he posted?
Hey guys, so continuing on from Stuart Bailey's recent editions, where the level of involvement was poor to say the least, I've decided to up the stakes and hopefully get a bit more clearly. For this round, the topic is roll in the summer. If you're ready, so you're to submit some sort of video which involves using a roll as part of a trick or for artistic effect. If you can incorporate something summary into it, then even better. Do you think it's wrong to actually write, well, Paul Kane could add some more effect to it? No. No, I don't know. It's. I guess opening it up to more people. Who's going to do a roll on summer?
Interesting. But I can't enter something like that. Can you imagine the uproar if I won? I'm not saying that I'd win. I'm just saying, like, if I did, that'd really annoy people because I get sent loads of free stuff anyway.
Guys.
Full set of speeding to 20 MPSC sponsored by Guy.
Oh. Good
There
roll.
are stakes now.
Oh my goodness.
I think this is a bit
Oh my goodness.
He's doing it.
Oh. Oh, what?
Have you transitioned to full flight?
That failed.
Uh-oh, hang on. It's looking a bit wing-wang. Oh man, you were smashing
That's
it.
spin.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a fairly deathy spiral you're doing there.
Yeah. Okay, so I locked the gimbals.
That was impressive.
Sort of helped.
You had enough height, you just needed to get to transition into forward flight.
Yeah.
Imagine how tough the landing would be transitioning back to VTOL.
Yeah, I'm going to try locking the back one. Whoa. Right, let's do this properly. No, those front ones are useless. Let's go back to what we had.
Good job, Uncle Sam's paying for all of this, Rob.
Yeah.
How many has he crashed? It's alright. This next one is going to be different.
Yep. It's the nose bounce seems to be key.
The nose bounces. Whatever they make the nose out of, they just need to make the rest of the aircraft out of the same material.
Oh no, careful. I think we might make it.
It's not far off now, though. I mean,
Not far off. Just
not quite there. It's not far off.
just need to be on a mountain to take off, I think. You know, nothing I can hit. Right, let's... Nose bounce. Fly.
Style points for the takeoff on the nose.
Yeah, and I don't know. Why aren't you turning? Oh god.
Have you got a joystick or a gamepad to control this?
I wish. Oh no, the game's crashed.
Would that improve the
Confused it too
situation instead of trying to fly
I think
playing
it
with the
would.
mouse?
It would, but I've currently just got ASDW Q and E for pitch, yaw, and roll. So it's very frustratingly difficult.
But it'll take an analog input of a gamepad, right? You've got a gamepad,
Yeah,
surely,
but I've not figured out how to sync it up with
to
Kerbal.
map it.
Yeah. So I will do that, but I thought
Yeah, we've got to take this to the next level, Rob.
we do. I think on the game crashing is a sign that that maybe tonight is not the night though.
But it was the last thing to crash.
I really thought I was going to go there. I really thought we had a VTOL-ish.
There were some very promising takeoffs.
There were. Never mind. Another night. So for now...
Yeah, it was fun.
It's
It was fun. From Rocket League to Kerbal.
Yeah. Shame the transition isn't as smooth as it could be. But anyway, thanks guys. I'll catch you tomorrow maybe.
Yeah,
No worries, dude.
yeah.